morning, you guys. FSC Trucking. Well, it's a beautiful Wisconsin morning, and we've got to get rolling here. Here's Orwell. Orwell is my 1984 Peterbilt 362 Cabover. Like I always say, George Orwell wrote the book 1984. Peterbilt built the truck in 1984, hence there you go. Its nickname, Orwell. Behind it, we've got, well, a very interesting load. Long story short, it's about 10 pounds worth of crap in a 5-pound crap bag. What is all this nonsense? Well, that's obviously a generator. We're taking that to, I think, Pennsylvania. But first, we got to drop this off out on Long Island again. We did one a while back. We went to New York City, so we'll get you some awesome camera angles and shots going into New York. By the way, there we go. That's going to Long Island. And then we got a metal cutting saw and another pallet to go with it, right on the tail end of the trailer. This, of course, is a new to me because it's used. It's 2016 XL Specialized. It's basically a Dunin trailer, and that's mine now. I bought that. So we're gonna go ahead and take that out and around. Bought the trailer off of one of our drivers. He didn't want to deal with the double drop no more. He wanted to go step decking, so that's what he's gonna do. I bought his trailer. Win-win for everybody. Look at that beautiful cab over. All right, shadows galore on this side. All right, basically the same thing. You're gonna wonder, why does this truck look like a lowrider? Well, it does look like a lowrider. All I really know about these trucks, these modern trucks like the way that they're built now, is they're on some kind of fancy pants suspension, and when they're shipped, they have to go into travel mode. So the suspension has to be squatted down all the way. It does it by itself. It raises itself, lowers itself. It's pretty cool looking, actually. It's not like a lowrider where it bounces or nothing like that, but in normal stance, it's up there like the other ones you always see on the news and so on. But them, they ship them in transport mode, squat them all the way down, doesn't hurt the suspension that way. With that, I really don't know what else to say other than just push the buttons in and get rolling. Hit that like and subscribe button for me today, won't you? Excellent. All right, let me set up the GoPros, push in the buttons, and get on out of here. All right, boys and girls, they fueled up. Let's try this again, huh? My dummy on the top GoPro didn't tighten the lug tight enough, and the GoPro laid over. So that GoPro, for God knows how long, had a wonderful view of the sky. So simply put, I tighten that lug. We're gonna try that shot again. I moved the one other GoPro. So now that's right behind the rear tire of the military truck, or right in front of it, I should say, facing rearward. And then, of course, the one I talked to you on will sit right here in the middle of the truck. Had to add a couple bungees to the tarps. The wind changed, and the tarp ain't laying as smooth as it did when I left the yard. So, a couple bungees ought to give her a little extra tension. We'll be good to go there. Earlier, I was contacted by the guy that has this other truck that I want to go see. And that leaves the question, if I'm going to put that V12 Detroit in a truck, what do you want me to put it in? Not the brand. Do you want a conventional, or do you guys want a Cabover? Comment below, let me know what you think. I have my eye on two. One is a conventional and one is a Cabover. Try to set it up to where I can look at this one particular truck. Actually, both of them, but the one, I'm not going past anywhere near it. so I can't use Orwell to go look at this thing. The other one I am. I'll make arrangements to make that happen. Of course, you'll know once I make a decision. Just as soon as, you know, I release that information. want to push the fuel situation to get out all the way to here and get fuel. But from here on, it's going to be Toll Road Express all the way to Youngstown, Ohio. And on a toll road, unlike at a regular truck stop, oftentimes food is very hard to get. Some places are closed. Some places don't have people that work there anymore. I haven't really been on it all that much recently or stopping. I've just been having too many bad experiences. My better chance is getting a big box of chicken here. I have leftovers for later for the remainder of the trip. The chicken ain't gonna go bad sitting on my dog box for, you know, 6-7 hours while I drive and press on east. So we're gonna stop here at the TA. We're just gonna park, get Popeyes, and get strolling again. I'll eat a couple pieces, then we'll go. That's the basic plan. It's 12:30 here locally in Lake Station, Indiana, so there won't be any hard time. Shouldn't be, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't be a hard time getting my food. Just have to get enough of it. Park right here. Now I got to sit and eat. I'll just sit here right next to the handicap spot. I don't mean to be ignorant, but how do you pass a DOT physical if you're handicapped? Seriously, I would like to know. Alrighty, boys and girls, got our chicken, got the GoPros running. Speed up, ways up, plug the phone in, getting low. Alrighty. Tracks. Western Star again. Big long hood, long frame, sleeper's missing, that's all he did. Bounce, 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 bounce. That's my foot on the throttle. Bounce, 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 bounce. Grab this big puddle, the TA. Puddle's always there. Well, not always, but if it rained, there's a puddle there. That shift I do with my thumb. The next shift I put the valve back and then I have to move the shifter. The next one I'll do with my thumb. Go to valve, off the throttle, on the throttle, there's your shift. The next one I have to do both again. Throw it, off the throttle, in the next gear, get it, hammer on it, trying to get you to the light. Throw the valve, off the throttle, on the throttle. Because it's a 13 speed, you only split the high side. At 18 speed, you can split both. gears. You have your high and low range with the front button gear. That's a real quick thing about how to shift. And of course, I float them.
Approaching a railroad crossing.
I float them. I don't need the clutch unless I'm starting and stopping. Just got to know where your RPM points and match the input shaft to the output shaft effectively. It's by using your throttle, and then they fall into gear as soon as the speeds. As soon as the gear you're trying to go in matches the speed that you're coming out of, or the input and output shaft, it's really a cluster shaft, a whole bunch of crap. The speed matches, it slides in just nice and easy. I pull it out in one gear, let the engine decrease, put it in the next. That's what I can describe it. On the side. Wasn't planning on doing a shifting video. I'll tell you, the wood line at that Popeyes, I think they had 3 people working there. And you really got to be grateful for the people that are working there. It's not their fault that you're, waiting all that time and you're hungry. And they're working their asses off to get to your food. And there's a lot of people wanting their food. There's only 3 damn people in the whole store. And at that Lake Station, I noticed that it's been that way for a little bit now. But there used to be a Subway next to the Popeyes. That's gone. Subway's all gone now. So it's Popeyes or Popeyes. That's your choice. There's a bunch of people in there though. The customers waiting in line. A couple dudes in there watching the Bears game on their phones. Kind of like a whole family. Just shooting the bull, talking. They're hungry, want their food too. Understanding the same thing. It's labor shortage. I just simply made a comment to them. It's getting ready to get worse. Speaking of getting worse, boys and girls, if you're working for a company that's got over 100 people and things are changing and you don't want to work there no more, Whitmires does not have 100 employees. You're safe here. Of course, me, I'm a contractor. I work for me. I have an employee of 1. We're looking for a job. 262-334-1413. Whitmire Express. Company drivers and owner-operators looking for both. Hey, they may even have a local position for you. What we have here, a cop on a bridge or a broke down car? Could be either or. And probably just a broke down car. Police don't usually have roof racks. Watch this fugazi zone right here. I know I said that before. You come through here and they reduce the speed limit down. It only goes down to 40, but you're like a mile or so away from the cash box where you get your ticket. And it's like you feel like you're crawling for no reason, and that's why they do it, so they can set up their little speed trap. And I'm looking on Waze. There are police up the road. I don't know if it's this side or that side of the cash box. Somewhere up there.